Right, so today, tech related, about gearing up. Now the reason I wanted to do this video is partly to do with the recent release of the iPhone 11 and a lot of online discussion about the advancement of camera technology and the application that it can be used for. Specifically, recreational meets commercial. If you're an iPhone user and you use the new super wide angle lens and all that stuff, and you're using it recreationally, you're out kicking about, skate parks and holidays, just pretty much whatever you do recreationally. I'm pretty sure that's more than enough. And as it's been shown with previous iPhones and the current one, that it can be used for vlogging as well, if you can be bothered with the setup and going through all that thing. But then again, it's much like the art that you're filming is subjective, so whatever's good for you is not necessarily good for your neighbour. Now, where I'm bringing this into is that I have a phone, as most people do. I've got an iPhone 10. I have no reason to upgrade, for it is fine the way it is. And I use it, occasionally, take photographs here and there and do a little bit of video if the want takes me. But I would never use it in a commercial capacity. Not that because it couldn't, because obviously you get that client discussion with you where they say something along the lines of, did you shoot that on an iPhone? Anyway. Yeah. I don't want to brag or anything there. It's a great conversation to have, don't get me wrong, because if you're a master of the holy trinity of shutter speed, ISO and aperture, doesn't matter what you're using. Obviously lighting's really good as well. Yeah, lighting's pretty much paramount there, but still, if you can say that, then it avoids having the conversation with a client that says, are you really an iPhone? That's what you brought to the party? Yeah, you don't want that conversation. The reason I brought it up is because, I shoot across all mediums. Now, as a diver, I love my GoPro. I do a lot of car tracking in work that I do, where I have to mount a camera to a car. GoPro, oh yeah. Don't get me wrong, it won't be the first time I've used a suction mount, put a GH5 on it, if you want to get a silkier, smooth look, but still, that's a lot of tech to be falling off your car at 30 plus miles an hour. Even if it is an antique car, you still don't want your camera falling off. GoPro, excellent. You still get tasty footage of that, although I have used the 7 recently and I've stuck it to the outside of a train, which is also somewhere you don't want to be sticking your £2,000 camera and lens combo. Yeah. On a 175-ton train locomotive. Anyway, I digress. Because the point is, all cameras have a place. They all have a place. Your phone has a place in society. Your phone has a place in shooting, up to a point. And then you have to leave the phone behind. Move on to the next thing. Whether it be a DSLR, a mirrorless camera system, whatever it is that you're shooting on. I use a GH5 system. I love my GH5 system. I love my Canon lenses, so I use a Metabones to make sure I get that. I also have Lumix cameras. I've got a G85 as well, and I was going to use it for this, but the battery ran out, so I'm using my GH5 because I love my GH5. But even this camera has its limitations, and I've shot with this camera a million times. It can even be added to the Ronin M and put on a drone and flown around the place. Fantastic. But similarly, mounting things onto trains, mounting things onto planes, or in this case drones, there is still that inherent risk of it falling out of the sky and being destroyed. So that's why my drones have a different type of camera on them, and normally the fitted camera. Even those cameras have a limit. So where am I going with this? Well, I start a new job, and as part of that new job for the new client, they have a specific way they want the program shot. Now for broadcast TV, it's going out on Quest, which is a Discovery channel, and they have in their mind, they want it shot in a particular way, with a particular profile, with a particular codec, with a particular lens or a particular camera on a particular recording medium. And as my job, well in this case producer director, it's a self-shooting PD. Well, I'm self-shooting, how we operating the camera, the lighting and the sound, I'll direct and produce it, and there'll be a producer there as well to make sure that the content that I am getting is relative to the formatted show. There is a format to follow, so I've got a producer there to make sure I'm doing all the right things, which would be great because I'm new to this show and I haven't done it. Once they've confirmed that you know what you're talking about, I get to go and pick up my kit. Now, some shows I have worked on where they'll say, what do you prefer? And, you know, and I would go for a few lenses, you know, 3 different ones, you know, maybe a 16 to 35, 24 to 70, 70 to 200, and maybe a macro of 100mm, all Canon. I use the Metabones onto the FS7, Super 35, looks amazing, okay? But in this show, they've specified that I use a 17 to 125 Canon CN17 cinema lens. Yeah, have I used one before? It's very similar to another lens I've used, right enough, but I've not used this one in particular. The purpose of this video then was to do the little setup. I thought I'd go with a little run through, may as well show you what I'm using, because, you know, I can show you what I use every day when I'm vlogging or I'm just doing, you know, whatever it is I do out with this. This is a proper shoot. I work on proper shoots all the time, but I never really get the opportunity to talk about the kit. And I suppose the only reason I'm feeling compelled to do it this time is because some of the kit, I mean, there is 6 pages of kit. They're the company that's making the show. They know what they want, and well, that's just it. They know what they want. So you either shoot what they want or you don't shoot it at all. And they're not going to accept a GH5 or a phone because that's just not how they rock. And there's a particular way of shooting, so I have to shoot it the same way. Because I'm not the only crew shooting. I'm going off to do a part of the story for whatever episode it is they're doing. But somewhere else in the other country, there's 2 other teams, A, B and C, and Team B apparently. And they're all shooting stories in exactly the same way. So they're all shooting Sony FS7 Mark IIs. They're all with the 17 to 125 CN17 cinema lens. Same lighting, same panels, same everything. Anyway, I'll go and sort this out, and let's tell you what. Let's do a walkthrough around the Sony FS7. So anyway, that's the video, and that's is your tech good enough? Well, it is good enough, but it depends what you're doing. To summarise, that an iPhone isn't good for commercial use. That's it's a correct and an inaccurate statement at the same time. It really depends what the commercial job is. If it's shooting for broadcast television, then no, it is not. Mainly what I was just trying to highlight is that there are certain jobs where the client gives you a specific and you have to follow that to the letter. They sent me a shooting schedule, they've sent me a call sheet as well. I know where I'm going, I know how long I'm going to be there for, I know what I have to shoot, when I have to shoot it, what I have to shoot on, and how it's to look when I've shot it. So there's not any excuse at all, is there? I hope you enjoyed this video. It's slightly different because this is just a slightly, I mean, if you already work in this industry, then all this is pretty normal. If you don't work in this industry, this is all pretty swanky kit. I mean, I don't own any of this one. This is all hired in. If the day arrives where somebody wants me to shoot on an iPhone because they don't have a budget, anything more than an iPhone, bring it on. I will give it my very best. But until then, I'll just do as I'm told. You know, unless I'm doing it, in which case I'll shoot it however I like, because I'm the creator, and that's just how I roll. But anyway, I've got all this to pack up now. I've got everything to put away, and I've got to get all ready for my shoot. And obviously now that I've done a new vlog on it, I probably have to upload all of this footage as well. So like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next video, wherever that is, because I might appear prepared, but I'm nowhere near prepared. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.